So as many of you know, I love to ski, and I've skied since I was like 3 or something, somewhere around there. And today I'm gonna show you how I keep my maintenance up on my skis. These are the skis I skied on last year. I waxed this one just a few minutes ago, and I did some P-Tex. And this one hasn't been done yet, so I'll do the work on this one so you can see the before and after. So these are the basic things that I use when I'm doing my keep up with my skis, my maintenance. So this is P-Tex. This is for like filling in any holes or like scratches that I go over with rocks. Like right here. Where is it? Right there. That's a big, I just went over a big rock right there, and I'll fill that in. So you either have black or you have white, or you can get colored depending on what color the bottom is. This is the wax. You can also, this is wax right here as well. This is the wax that we'll use just to put over it, just to make it makes your skis a little bit slipperier and faster. This is a scraper. This is to scrape off the P-Tex, and to keep that sharp, this is pretty dirty, but you'll just go like, let me show you. You'll just go like this across it, just to sharpen the edges right here and make it so that they don't, get bowed. And you also do that with these. These are the wax scrapers. So once your wax is on, you'll do that across the ski. These are the brushes. So this is what gets the wax out of the pores of your skis. This is the nylon, this is the soft, and this is the metal. And this one, I don't really know which one that is. I don't use that one very much, but yeah, so those are the basic tools that you'll need. There's also edging. These are for, not edging, edges, to sharpen your edges. We're not gonna do that, and then you have your iron, and that's to melt the wax onto your ski. And then the vices are to stabilize your ski while you're working on them. So I'm going to just put this on. So I'll take this rubber band, and I just want these are the ski brakes. I want these out of the way. So I'll put the rubber band right here, and then I'll go up and around. Push that down. It's a little hard to do it sometimes. Okay, so those are out of the way. And I'll tighten this around my binding, just so that it stays in place. So that's not gonna move. So I'm gonna start by cleaning off this ski. You don't wanna use water to clean it off, especially right before you're gonna P-Tex, because you don't want when the water hits the plastic, it just won't stick into the ski like you want it to. So once that's pretty much cleaned off, I'm gonna take my black P-Tex, because the color is obviously black. And this is this just makes it a lot easier, so I don't have to have matches each time I want this P-Tex to heat up. So the P-Tex is going to, oops, that's a little too much. It's gonna take part of the flame, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. And then you always just want I usually just use cardboard, just because it'll drip, and you don't want it to drip, everywhere on your ski. So I'm just gonna do a small part today, because this will take quite a while. So this is just a part where I scraped my ski pretty bad, and I'm just gonna let the P-Tex just drop. Oh, it's not. This is just a small part, so I'm just gonna let it drop like this. And this is how it melts into the base. So do not shake it out when you're getting the flame out, because if you shake it, this plastic will hit your skin, and it just really hurts. So just blow it out, and then, yeah. So then I'm gonna take my P-Tex metal scraper, and I'm just gonna scrape off the excess plastic that I just melted on. And you wanna make it as flush as you can. You're obviously, since you're doing it at home, you're still gonna be able to see the P-Tex, and that's fine. if you were to go to a place, they would have a whole grinder that would just take it all off and you wouldn't be able to see, you know, the filled parts, but that's pretty good. I'm gonna just do a little bit more. And yeah, so all the P-Tex is, all the extras off. So the next step, I'm gonna take my my wax, and I'm just gonna melt it to this iron that I have. You can also use a like a regular iron for this, but this is just a lot easier because it doesn't have the steaming holes that a regular iron has. So you don't want to put too much on because it will spill off the sides. So usually just do a zigzag and then a train. So that was a little bit, oops, too much, but that's all right. So I'm going to take my iron and I just want to smooth the wax all along the ski. Like this. You want the wax to reach everywhere on the ski. And you know that you've put too much wax on when it starts to drip off the edges. And you know that you don't have enough if it's obviously not covering the whole ski. So I'll just keep doing this. And I'm gonna make sure that I don't hold the iron in one place, because holding it in one place is what ruins your ski. You can't really do much to ruin your skis when tuning, except for holding it on too much, because it'll burn the base and bubble it, and yeah, just basically ruin it. So that's done. I'll put my iron back and I'll unplug it. And so I'm gonna wait just a couple of seconds just for it to cool off, just to let the wax dry. And then while I'm waiting, I'll just take this and this is all burned wax, that's why it's kind of brown, so just kind of wipe that off. So the wax is probably, yeah, that feels pretty good. So I'm gonna take this scraper. I just actually sharpened it, so I'm not gonna sharpen it, but just make sure you have the wax off the edge. And then you're just gonna scrape along the ski and get the wax off. And you should get most of the wax off. And if you've done too much wax, it'll most likely be dried on the edges. And that's when you'll just take the scraper and just kind of go along, but there's not really much. So next I'm gonna take this is the nylon brush. This is what will get it out of the pores of the ski. And I'll just go along my ski. You never want to go this way. You always want to go that way, so that because obviously you ski straight, you don't really ski sideways, so. So that should be good, and then I'm gonna take my pink, I have this rag that I will just wipe it down with. So once that's clear, then I will take this is my soft bristle brush, and I'll this kind of just the final touch. And then one more wash, or I guess brush off. And I'm done. So if you can see right here, I didn't P-Tex the whole thing just because it would take quite a while. But you can see that now the big bumps are gone, or the big scrapes are gone. So that is how you tune your skis. Thanks for watching.